And we begin with breaking news. Want to get you right out to Glendale.
Yeah, police remain on the scene of a shooting investigation. Let's check in with our Jamie Warren, who's listening live to officials right now.
To the scene, we tried to make contact with that individual. That individual was not cooperative with officers, would not come to the door. At that time, some shots were heard being fired from the home. Our officers then called for additional backup to come to this area. We can then tell you that we received another 911 call into our dispatch center. At that point, it was a female caller who stated that she had tried reaching her father, and when she called her father's phone, her brother had picked up the phone, and her brother said that he had shot his father. Our officers were still trying to make contact with the individual inside of the home. He was still not being cooperative. He was firing several rounds towards our officers. At that point, officers were beginning to tell neighbors to shelter in place. We were going to begin the evacuation process, but that never occurred. All the neighbors in the area were told to shelter in place. The SWAT team was called out to the scene. When SWAT officers arrived, the suspect began firing several rounds at SWAT officers. I can tell you that there was an exchange of gunfire between the officers as well as the suspect. At that time, no one was injured or hurt that we were aware of. That exchange of gunfire continued until after midnight, and the suspect once again started firing at officers. Two of our officers returned fire and critically injured the suspect. We then sent in a canine to safely remove the suspect from the scene. He was then transferred to a local hospital. I can tell you that he has been through surgery. He is expected to live, and we will be taking him into custody. Once our officers were able to safely enter the residence, we found one person deceased inside the residence. I can tell you that individual is a 48-year-old male, and he is believed to be the father of the suspect in this situation. Again, we only have one individual in custody, and we do have one individual that is deceased on the scene. This is very early on in the investigation. As you can imagine, those details could become a little bit different as we start talking to more witnesses and gather more information. But again, the folks here in this area, they do not need to be concerned with their own personal safety, because we do believe this to be an isolated incident. And I'll take questions when you guys are done.
What can you tell us about the suspect, the age? Is there any type of history? Was there any type of history between the father and son where you guys had been called out?
We have not had any kind of prior incidents as far as the suspect and the victim here in this situation. The suspect is a 26-year-old male. And again, we don't have any prior history with him and the victim in this, but this suspect is now facing charges of homicide, aggravated assault, and attempted murder of a police officer.
You mentioned reports of a stabbing. Are you able to say how the victim died?
We can tell you that the victim did have multiple injuries on them. We have not been able to determine whether or not they were stabbed or they were shot. They had multiple injuries. We're still trying to determine that. We do not believe that the initial call of the stabbing was actually factual, but we're still trying to work on getting that piece of information. But we know that the victim did have some gunshot wounds, but we don't know if there was a stab wound as well.
Can you take us back to the beginning, when the first call was from, we believe,
the suspect.
The suspect.
So this first call was the suspect calling that he was here for a family gathering, that there was some type of fight where he was stabbed during the fight. When we arrived, we tried to make contact with that individual, and he was refusing to come to the door. He was refusing to answer any questions, and then he started firing shots. We do not know if he was firing towards officers or randomly in the area, but he was beginning to fire shots, and that's when backup arrived here on the scene. We can tell you that he was firing at SWAT officers when they arrived on the scene.
And at what point someone called and said that their brother was in the home?
So shortly after the initial phone call, our 911 center received another phone call from a female saying that she had attempted to make contact with her father. Her brother picked up his phone and said, "I shot Dad." Again, we're still working on getting all the details with that, but we can tell you that the victim here is the father of the suspect.
Did everyone live at this home? You said family gathering, but this is...
I don't have the details as to how many people lived there and who didn't live there. We do believe that this was the victim's home and not the suspect's home.
Any reports of alcohol involved or anything like that?
It's too early to tell. That's something that we'll be looking into with this investigation.
The suspect reported that he had been stabbed. Did he in fact have stab wounds in addition to the gunshot wounds that he got from the police officer?
It's too early to tell right now. That's still part of the investigation. We can tell you that he received several gunshot wounds, and he was in surgery this morning. He has been removed from surgery, and he is expected to survive.
How long between the two 911 calls?
Less than an hour.
Okay, thank you, Jose. Guys, we were just listening here live to Jose Santiago with the Glendale Police Department. He tells us that one person is dead. We have a 26-year-old man in custody right now for allegedly shooting his father in this situation. So that was the Glendale Police Department giving us that information live. This all started at around 8 o'clock last night. Police are still out here this morning. We are live in Glendale off of 69th Avenue and Ocotillo. So we're going to stay out here, continue gathering more information for you, and bring you some additional updates later on in our newscast at 5:30. I'll send things back to you.
All right, Jamie Warren live. Thank you.